Hello and welcome, fellow railway enthusiasts. Now, if you've all been paying attention, you know what this line is, and it should be up there on the screen right about now. Or maybe it's gone off by now, but it's in the video title description. Anyway, I'm not going to try and pronounce these German route names. So we are in the BR 185 with a Railpool livery on it. So let's just take a look at this Railpool silver livery here. Pretty simple. I wonder how much the designer in real life actually got paid for designing that livery. I believe it is a real life livery. Name that tune. So there's the horn. Everybody always wants to know what's the horn sound like, so there you go. Anyway, we have got a red light up ahead, so there's no rush to actually get off here, so we will just take it rather slowly. First of all, we'll wait for the brakes to discharge. And like I say, there's a red light up ahead, so we will proceed rather slowly in the hope that the signal gives us a green. So that was probably going to be the last of the outside views that you're actually going to see on this now, because I have got the PZB enabled, and that is going to take all my concentration, as well as occasionally talking into this microphone that's stuck right in front of my face. So we have got a red signal in front of us, and hopefully this will change by the time we get there. We are just crawling along at the moment. If you haven't purchased this route and are thinking of purchasing it, I would say it's got to be up there currently at the time of release, when it was released, this route. As I do this video, it wasn't that long ago, just a couple of days ago. But I would say at the time of release, this DLC add-on has got to be up there. Maybe it's the best German route, or at least in the top two. It's a really good DLC. This is, and the scenery is nice, lots of detail. It's pretty good. So yes, it's a rather nice looking route, this is. So they've set a bit of a standard here for future DLC. Hopefully the next one is just as good. CFAR. Right, we have got a speed restriction. I may be able to release that, but I'm not going to release it. I'm going to wait till that speed restriction of 45 kilometers has actually gone off the dashboard there. The big thick yellow line. Once that's removed, I will speed up. Now this triangle here with the speed limit on, it's got a number on it, 9, which means 90 miles an hour, or kilometres should I say. I've acknowledged that. I'm not too sure if I have to. So you will see me acknowledge some signals possibly that I don't have to. But that doesn't matter. If you're new to this and you're trying to learn this PZB, you can press that button as much as you like. It doesn't matter. So I'm just erring on the side of caution with this PZB. Check the graffiti out on the left hand side. Did you see that? Quite nice graffiti, that, quite artistic. Okay, here we go. I'm going to acknowledge that signpost. Press Zipper. Hit the brakes, get the speed down to 70 kilometers an hour. There was an upside down triangle sign there, and it got a number 7 on, which I believe is a speed restriction. So the number 7 means 70 kilometers an hour. I don't know why it's slowing us down on this section, but if I've done it correctly, we should keep going. If I've done it wrong, the magnets on the track, I believe, stop us and we come to a full stop, and we have to reset and start again. I'm just learning, like I say, I'm just learning this, so I'm not 100% on it. I don't know why it slowed us down along this section. Maybe it's because of this turn here. So we've got a 70 kilometers per hour speed restriction here. Or maybe it's slowed us down because of this turn. CIFA, press the button. Speed restriction has now gone off. Green light. Got all the greens now. Just reset my throttle. CIFA. It's a lovely route, this is. I really enjoy this one. White sign with the number 9 on indicates 90 kilometers per hour. Now if you're like me and you're learning the PZB, what I would recommend is maybe, well, what I do is, I'd say this route I'm on here, I will do this quite a number of times just to learn the signals. So, you know, it's probably wise just stick to the one route while you're learning the PZB. If you look here, as we go over this crossing, where are the barriers? Don't they have barriers, or are they missing? Surely they can't just be open. Can't just be an open road and you've got to stop your car and look both ways. Surely not. I think the barriers may be missing for some reason. I don't know why. Well, maybe they're like that in real life along here. I don't know. Never been here in my life. The only thing I know about this route is what I see on this video game. Approaching a main signal. That's what them white boards were. If you just saw them 3 white boards, if you took note, they would just like counting down to a main signal. This board here we're going past, that sign there, is 32 kilometers. 4 meters. They're They're distance markers, distance boards. Nice bit of lighting as we come round that corner. I have turned my graphics down, by the way. I've turned my settings down to medium and high, and I'm running on the PC on this route here. I generally have my graphics on some of the routes. I've got them all set to ultimate, but on this one I have turned them down. I don't know what the recording is going to come out like, but it looks okay on my screen. Of course, I've got my recording running, so that takes a little bit of power away from my PC as I'm recording this as well. But I turn the graphics down just slightly. Medium to high, I think I've got them on. It still looks rather good, doesn't it? It looks rather good. It's a lovely route, lots of detail. It's really well put together. The only reason I actually turned the graphic settings down, because I normally run all on ultimate actually, was I read an old article where somebody had recommended putting shadows and effects down to medium, and I thought I'd just give it a go, and I have here. I mean, I've got foliage set on. I think the foliage I've got set on ultimate, and I've gained probably 2 to 5 frames per second extra. That's all. But you got to try these things, haven't you? And I've got my PC is now 4 years, but must be 4 years old. I've got a 1080 Ti graphics card in it. I do need an upgrade, but it's just so expensive. It's a big investment, and it's probably cheaper to buy a totally new PC than what it is now to go out and just buy one of them 30 series graphics cards on its own. Because every one I look at, they're just so expensive. See, there's no barriers here. No barriers. Can't see any barriers on the crossing. Is it like that in real life, or are the barriers missing on the level crossing? Let me know. I'll acknowledge that. Oh, Sifa, it's getting busy. Get the brakes on. Got a speed restriction. Come in. Telling me to slow down. I don't know why I've had to slow down here. It's slowing us down for some reason. The little whiteboard we've just gone past, I've got a number 9 on it. That's indicating the line speed is 90 miles, not miles, 90 kilometers an hour, but we're on a speed restriction. That has just come in. Wants me to go slow. Well, that's okay now. We can speed back up. I don't know what all that was about. I really haven't a clue, really. But the brakes haven't come on the train, and we've not been forced to stop. So it's all good. It's all good. We're still learning. We're still learning. be honest, on this PZB signalling system on these German routes, I haven't actually put a great deal of time in on it actually learning, because I'll start learning then another route will come out. So I've just acknowledged that, the little triangle with a number 8 on it, which means 80 kilometers an hour. So we're slowing down now to 80 kilometers an hour. Yeah, I've not put a great deal of time in on it, so I'm quite pleased where I am actually now regarding this PZB. In a short amount of time, what I'm trying to say is I've probably learned quite a lot about it. It's not actually that difficult if you actually make the effort to begin to start learning it, and you'll enjoy the game a lot more. You really will. So if you're watching this and would like to learn this German signalling system, and you're sitting there and thinking, well, the game doesn't cover it very well, because the game doesn't really cover it at all at the moment. How do you learn it? Well, if you go on the, I'll tell you how I did it to get to this point where I am today, and I'm quite pleased where I am with this German signalling system. I'm not 100% on it. I do make mistakes, and you will see me acknowledging signals perhaps when I don't really have to. But the way I started to learn was, if you go to, and I think I've said this in a previous video, if you go to the official Dovetail Games YouTube channel, Train Simulator channel, the official one, Mr. Pedalston, you know who Mr. Pedalston is, he has done a video on it, and it's rather good. If you know nothing about the German signalling system, I'd recommend to go and go and find that video and go and watch it, pay attention to it, because you're not going to learn it within 5 minutes. Make a few notes, and there's also some good guides on the internet if you do a search around on various forums, and even I think on the Steam forum, and one of the guides, there's some discussion on it. I think that's where I printed off a picture. Somebody had done all the signals and written at the side of them what they mean, and I printed that off, and I have that in front of me, and I made a few notes as well. So I always use that for reference. If I've done something wrong, I look at that and I go, what have you done wrong, Bobbles? And I try to figure out what I've done wrong. But yeah, take your time to learn it. It'll take a little bit of time. I'm quite pleased where I am at the moment with this German signalling system. I'm no expert, far from it, but I'm quite happy where I am today on it. I know a little bit more than yesterday, should I say. Sifa. It's like when you see me driving this train along, and I've acknowledged them upside down triangles with the speed on. We've got one here. Now I don't know if I have to acknowledge all of them, but I just do it. I just do it because it doesn't matter if I do acknowledge them, but it does matter if I don't. If I happen not to acknowledge one that I should have done. Quite busy here, so I just acknowledge them. There's no harm in acknowledging any of the signals at all. You can press that PZB button as much as you like. I've said that before in previous videos. I'm not too sure if I do have to acknowledge all them upside down triangle boards with the speed on. It might just be the ones that have got a number 7 on, perhaps. I don't know. Somebody's bound to tell me in the comment section below if they watched all the video.
Siefer. Siefer.
It's an absolute stunning route. I really enjoy driving a train along this route. Some of them I've done over and over and over again. Some of them, you know, I've done 2 or 3 times with different weather settings. Put the lights on high beam, look. There you go. Still got the lights on high beam. Seeing them off on the keyboard. Just looks great.
Siefer.
Siefer. Press the Siefer button. It just looks great, this route does. Here's a train. Is that 612? I don't know me trains. I don't know me German trains. All I know is most of them are red. So we're going downhill now. Hit the brakes as we approach line speed. These boards are indicating a main signal, which we're just approaching now. The line speed is Siefer, press the button. Triangle, 90 kilometers, no, 60 kilometers an hour. So we'll hit the brakes. Put some brakes on.
Siefer. 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 Zugbeeinflussung.
So we've not actually got far to go now before we get to our destination.
Sifa, Sifa.
The amount of detail on this, they must have been working overtime for the amount of detail that's on this route. I wonder how long it actually took to put together. There's such a lot going on. Look at them carriages on the left hand side, them green ones. What are them all about? Does anybody know? Is that a heritage line? What does that? Oh, the station's actually green as well. Green carriages on the left there. I don't know nothing about them. Anybody know any info on them? Let me know in the comment section below. I'd like to know what they are.
Zugbeeinflussung.
I acknowledge that little triangle. It was quite low down actually. I think it got 11 on, which indicates, if I'm correct, 110 kilometers. I acknowledged it anyway. If in doubt, press the button when you're learning.
Sifa.
Another one here.
Zugbeeinflussung.
Right, there's something up with my brakes. What's up with my brakes? That's okay. That's off. No, there's something up with my brakes. There's something on that shouldn't be on. I just mess about with the keyboard. I think I've got the train brake on. Or one of the other brakes. There we go, that's it. One of the other brakes was on when it shouldn't have been on. That's because I'm using the keyboard. And I've obviously pressed one of the other brakes there. But we're all good.
Sifa. Zugbeeinflussung.
game there's no barriers on the crossing. Seems rather dangerous to me, that does. Is that what it's like in real life? Or have they just not put the barriers in for some reason? And possibly we are awaiting a update. Maybe the barriers aren't ready to be put into the game. Or maybe it's like that in real life. If it's like that in real life, I think it's rather dangerous.
Zugbeeinflussung. SIFA. Türfreigabe. 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 SIFA. SIFA. Zugbeeinflussung. Türfreigabe. 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 Zugbeeinflussung. SIFA.
So mostly positive reviews this DLC has received. I'm looking at the scenery. SIFA. I'm looking at the scenery and how good it is. One can understand why. And somebody, the trainer's now shouting at me. I don't know what it's saying there. Is it saying prepare to slow down? I don't know. I haven't a clue. Can't understand it. Little blue loco there on the, is that the DBR6? I don't know. BR6. It's something 6 anyway. I've got that one. It's the one with the funny throttle on, isn't it? Hydraulic throttle, I think. Actually, it could be the 363. I knew it was something 6. It's just come into my head. I think it's the 363. What we've just gone past on the left hand side. I don't know. Somebody's going to tell me anyway. Somebody's going to say, got that wrong, Wobbles. It's actually this. Maybe in the comment section below. Don't know a great deal about trains, you see. Only know what I learned playing this game. Been playing Train Sim World since it was released. Still don't know anything.
SIFA.
So we are approaching the end of today's shift on Train Sim World 2. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button. Particularly if you're a regular viewer, hit that like button. If you haven't done so already, you might wish to subscribe. I do play a lot of the Dovetail games, Bassmaster Fishing. If you like your fishing, give them a kiss and chuck them back in and all that lot, and train games. Or a regular feature on this channel. As well as Train Simulator as well. I play that. And I try to put weekly content up as much as I can. But you know how it is. You know, when you go live away from YouTube and playing video games, you know, you have to do other things in life. But I do try to put regular content up on this channel. So this is the end. It's all over. We finished our shift today on Train Sim World 2, should I say. Excellent route, really enjoyed. I enjoy playing this one. I won't get the gold because I've already got it. I've done this route a couple of times because I've been doing the German signalling refresher course on it, trying to familiarise myself with the signalling system. So that's it. I'll see you all again in another video, hopefully real soon. Stay safe.